this morning. Oh, let me click yes. That was funny. Anyways, so for today's mortgage topic, I would like to talk to you about what credit score do mortgage lending companies use to evaluate a prospect borrower. The reason for this question is because when I'm reviewing customers, many of them come with an idea that they already have a credit score in mind, and they think that their number is going to be, for example, 720. But when we pull credit on our end, it turns out that the credit score is usually less. Many times it's higher, but for the most part is less. And the reason for that, it is because it all depends on where this customer got their credit score from. Many people are relying on Credit Karma, or they are relying on the credit score provided by their credit card companies. But for lending purposes, the mortgage industry uses something called FICO, the Fair Isaac Corporation credit score model. The score ranges from 300 to 850. Here's the thing, FICO has many different scoring models. There's a FICO 8, a FICO 9, which what that basically means is that there are different updates to the algorithm that creates the score. Currently, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac requires mortgage lenders to use the classic FICO credit score to provide a score, a credit number. The classic FICO score is called different things with different credit providers. For example, Equifax calls the classic FICO, they give it a name, it's called Beacon 5.0. Experian calls it Fair Isaac Model V2M, and TransUnion calls it FICO Score Classic 4. So that's the reason why a person usually will get different scores when their credit is pulled, because each reporting agency will use a FICO model, and they will provide a different number. And this is the reason why mortgage lenders will also use the middle score to provide a credit decision for the borrower. At this moment, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac generally requires for borrowers to have a credit score of 620 or better to qualify for a conventional mortgage. But I hope you know, based on my experience, to get an approval for someone with a credit score of 620, they will require to have a large down payment and reserves. Generally, a credit score of 680 or better would be arranged for approval for a conventional mortgage. Anyways, I hope you find this information useful. As always, with your success in mind, my name is Jose Vladimir from Guaranteed Rate Affinity. You're a Spanish-speaking loan officer. I hope that you find this useful. I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Jose. We appreciate you as always. So what you're saying is like the credit bureaus or the mortgage companies use what I would call the Jan Brady model, right? The middle child. That's the one they go with.
That's right, the middle child.
All right. So as long as we're always remembering good old Jan Brady, we know exactly where we're headed. Okay. A couple of quick announcements for you. Actually, just one quick announcement for you. Well, I'll make it two. For all of you who received invites to the Capper Cruise, which means that you were a capper in the last 12 months, please make sure that you answer that invite. We have information back from some of you and not back from many of you. So please do thumbs up or thumbs down that today, so that we have those counts. That is now just a month away, and we need to get counts to the company that's running that event for us. So thank you for that. Today at 1 o'clock sharp, which means be in the room at 12:55, we have a special session for you on making sure that you are planning and executing to end your year strong. Please note that we do have a special guest, as you've heard, Jason Abrams, the VP of Industry for KWRI. For those of you who have seen him before, you know you don't want to miss that. And for those of you who have not seen Jason or heard Jason speak before, we can all tell you that it's something you don't want to miss. So rearrange your schedule, do what you have to do to make sure that you are present for our 1 o'clock. It will only be about 45 or 50 minutes. So you don't have to carve out a ton of time, but we encourage you to carve out that 1 to 2 o'clock slot. Please note that there are 817 market centers in the United States. Not everybody gets to text Jason Abrams and ask him to be on a call and has Jason say yes as fast as he does to you guys. And that is a testament to you, right? Based on what you do and who you are, we get those responses from those higher ups inside of this organization. And I just want to make sure you recognize how unique and special that is, right? The fact that Jason cleared his calendar to make sure he was with us today, let's make sure that we pay the same respect back and give him a good audience. So let's see, my goal is 200 of you on the call. If it's everybody on this call plus everybody who's not on this call, well, then we'll definitely meet the 200. So look around, see who's on the call, make sure that you're on the call today at 1, and whoever you don't see, give a call or a quick text and say, hey, I was on a call this morning. We got to make sure that we fill the room for Jason Abrams this afternoon. So please make sure you're on it. So do me that favor. Let's build those numbers. And remember, the best part, well, the best part's going to be Jason. The second best part is for every 25 people that show up, we're going to give away a free registration to Mega Camp. So if we hit our goal of 200, that's 8 of you who get a free registration. And yes, for those of you who have already paid for your registration, you will just simply get reimbursed for what you've already spent. So no worries. So lots of cool reasons to be on at 1 o'clock today. All right, so that's the end of my announcements for this morning. So let's pivot quickly now into our topic. I wanted to just spend a smidge of time because if you remember back in the spring, we were doing some Money Mondays, and it's been a while since we revisited money, and it's a topic that I love to talk about. So why don't we just spend 5 or 6 minutes and go through a quick money checkup, right? It is August the 11th, right? There are now 12 solid weeks left for you to write business that will close and earn you income in 2021. You truly now, as of today, have a 12-week year ahead of you. It is also true that most people won't earn money unless they have clarity around what that money is going to be used for, right? You see how that works? If it's just this nebulous kind of whatever, you don't take the actions typically necessary to actually make that show up, right? So this morning, what I wanted to do with you is just run you through a quick exercise. Are you up for a quick exercise? It's a money exercise, so it's fun. All right, so minimally, I'm going to be talking to Dan because he gave me a nice thumbs up. Adonis is still stretching and starting his day, so he's trying to make up his mind. You know, we'll get there one by one. So here's the exercise, right? Step number 1, take stock of your income. How much have you earned so far in 2021? Closed, pendings, other sources of income, right? What is that number? How does it compare to the goal that you were looking at for 2021? Do you have a gap? Are you ahead of your goals? Are you right on target? I want you to get your arms firmly around exactly how much additional you need to earn in 2021 to make sure you end where you want to end, right? Including any kind of extra stuff that you might want to do. If you had a goal of paying off a certain amount of debt, or you had a goal of purchasing another investment property, or whatever that was, for saving a certain amount of money, taking a certain trip that costs X, what is it that you need to earn between now and the end of the year such that you hit the goals that you stated? So the first step is take stock of your income. Where are you today? Step number 2, take stock of your debt. Take stock of your debt. How much debt do you carry on everything except your primary residence right now? Here's why I want you to do that. If that number is $1 or more, you need to have a plan in place to reduce or eliminate that debt. And so you might as well start looking right now at the next 12 weeks around what you have to earn to not only take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your business, but also earn that extra amount to have a plan in place to get rid of that debt. I want you to remember, debt is the biggest distraction in your financial world to wealth building, right? You don't wealth build through debt. You wealth build after debt is eliminated, right? And so we talk a lot about doing things with your money to help you move into an asset situation, purchasing assets, growing wealth, having your money work for you. That's really difficult to do if you have debt over here that's just continuing to sit and gnaw at your ability to grow wealth. So let's stay focused on getting rid of that debt so you can focus then on the wealth building side of it. Here's a tip. Once you've done the first two things, get a handle on your income and get a handle on your debt, you're kind of 50 or 60% of the way there to completing a personal balance sheet anyway, right? That's a look at your assets versus your income. So if you haven't done that exercise yet, go ahead while you're doing this exercise and just grab a personal balance sheet. I gave you a spot to go, right? winmakegive.com. Go to Ben Kinney's podcast site and download a personal balance sheet, or text me and I'll email you one. And just go ahead and know what that personal balance sheet says. Get a handle today on August 11th about what your net worth is, regardless of where it is. If it's negative, zero, or positive, it doesn't matter. Don't allow that number to be a judgment for you. Allow it to be a starting point. Wherever it is, you're going to make moves to move it from where it is to where you want it to go. This way, those of you who did set a net worth goal for the year, you know exactly what you have to do to make sure you hit it. And those of you who haven't set a net worth goal for the year, it's not too late. Just set a new one for how you want to end the year, and then we'll set a whole nother one for 2022, right? Stay focused on what matters in your financial world. That is your income, getting rid of debt, and understanding your net worth. Number 3, once you have a handle on how much additional you intend to earn between now and the end of the year, I want you to write that out. And then I want you to break it down into what the money will be used for. For example, if your entire checkup says that you have to earn, let's just throw out a number, $65,000 more in 2021, then break that $65,000 down by category. I intend to earn $20,000 more to run my household, $10,000 more to run my business, $15,000 to save for my tax payments, $5,000 is going to go into my reserve account or my emergency fund, and $15,000 is going to be used to pay off existing debt, right? You see how we've broken that down now? Don't just look at it and say, okay, I have 65K to earn. Chunk it down, know exactly what it is you're going to utilize that money for, because as I said, statistics show that people who know what the money is actually going to be used for are far more apt to actually earn it than those who don't. Here's another tip for you. It's August 11th of 2021. Start carving out and saving, setting aside, prepaying, doing what you have to do, your business expenses for next year. Do you have money set aside for your board dues, right? That, just like Thanksgiving, always shows up the same time of year, and I'm always fascinated how many people are shocked that board dues have to be paid in January. Guys, it's the same every single year. So start saving for that. If that's a struggle for you in January, start saving now. Get that money and set it aside in an account. We have a program that we'll be releasing shortly that will help you do that out of closings if you so choose to have us save it for you so that it's all set and we'll just pay it in January from the money that we've set aside on your behalf. Number 4, take that number that you've just determined, that $65,000, and divide it by your average commission, right? What I want you to do is figure out how many units you have to sell to earn that money. So in a scenario where your $65,000 is what you intend to earn, and you have an average net to you income per closing of, I just used $8,000, that's 9 units, right? You need 9 units between now and 12 weeks from now, which is about 1 a week, right? 1 a week with some gaps. So know what that looks like for you so you can track against it. And then lastly, figure out the activities that you need to focus on starting this afternoon, right after Jason Abrams, in order to write one new piece of business a week for the next 12 weeks. For some of you, that's a massive, aggressive focus on converting leads that you already have. For others of you, that's a massive, aggressive attempt at finding new opportunities, new people to do business with. And then for others of you, it's a combination of both, right? You need more people and you need to convert the people that you already have. And each of you on this call can achieve whatever it is you intend to achieve in the next 12 weeks by simply doing this financial checkup, seeing what the results are, kind of create that diagnosis, and then create a strategy and take action against that strategy for the next 12 weeks. Trust me when I tell you, regardless of what your numbers are, there are that many transactions and more in the market to be had over the course of the next 12 weeks. The important part is that you have to show up and make sure that you're actually a part of those transactions, not standing on the road side watching those transactions go by. Right? You got to step into those transactions and make sure that you are a part of them. Guys, I hope that is a helpful, quick financial checkup for you to set you on a course to finish your year strong. That is our theme for today of finishing the year strong. Tune back in at 1 o'clock, where we have two of your awesome ALC members on either side of Jason Abrams, who are going to share lots of different strategies and awesome things with you around the concept of finishing strong. Adonis, take us forward, my friend.
We are on day 48 today, Rick. Day 48 of our 66-day command challenge with Mr. Marty Miller. Today, we're going to talk about creating and editing an email design template. So tune in.
Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 5.0, day 48. So we have been focusing on designs lately, and we have done social assets, we have done print assets. Yesterday we created a video asset, and today we're going to look at creating email assets through the email designs tab inside of our designs applet. So let's jump into designs. We're going to click on the paintbrush icon here to open our designs applet, and we're going to create a new design by clicking on the big blue button in the top right corner, create design. We're going to choose email and then go to next. And when we do, kind of similar to how WeBrand gives us all of our templates for our social and print assets, we also get templates from KWRI for our email assets. And you can see there are 73 of them available for you to load. If you click on load more, it just kind of keeps on going and brings in more and more different email-based templates. So let's take a look at, let's do a just listed marketing template. So we're going to click on this one here and click on next. And the first thing that I recommend doing, one, is kind of scan down in this template, take a look at it and make sure that you like it. And then to get an even better view, come over to the right-hand corner and click on this eyeball. That's going to give you a preview of what the email will actually look like inside of the email inbox of the clients that you are sending it to. Once you're done with that preview, just to get a general overall feel, you can start making the edits. So we're going to click on the X. And basically what this email template is, it's just a series of images and text boxes for the most part. So let's pretend we've got a new listing that we want to send out an email template about. Earlier I showed you that massive and amazing listing of my friend Laura Hughes at 2607 Morgan Fair. Let's do an email template around that. So it was Morgan Fair Lane, I believe, Katy, Texas 77450. Once you have changed the text inside of this text box using this editor, we're going to click on done, and you can see that updates this text box. Next, we have an image that we want to edit, so we'll click on the image and then click on the pencil. I did the exact same thing with the text box. And you can see in this case, it's going to bring in a photo that I want to replace. So I'm going to click on replace, and I've got the option to bring in images that I've already loaded into my library. I can add images to my library, or I can pull images off of the listing. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to do that, and we're going to pull up Laura's listing at 2607 Morgan Fair, and when I search, there we go, there's Laura's listing. So I can click on that arrow and it's going to bring in all of the photos of the listing. So this is kind of the lead shot. Let's say we want to replace that photo with this one. We'll click on replace, and now you'll see the photo over here. Once we click on done, that photo is now updated. And so we'll scroll down and I can change this text box. I can change this text box. I can update how many bedrooms and bathrooms it is just by clicking on the pencil. So this is actually a 6-bedroom home. So we're going to click on done. We're going to edit the bathrooms. This one is actually 6 full and 2 half. So we'll click on done. This home is massive. The square footage is actually 8,045 square feet. We'll click on done, and it is being listed at 3.1. So we'll click on the pencil and trade that out to 3.1 million, and then click on done there. Now I've got 2 additional photos. We're going to do the exact same thing, same process. Click on it, pencil. We're going to replace. We're going to listing images. We're going to look up the listing one more time. Morgan Fair, there we go. Search, click, decide which one of the images you want to use next. So let's see, that massive bathroom is a pretty impressive shot. So now we've got the bathroom here. We'll go ahead and click on done. Excuse me, we're going to click on the pencil one more time, edit this last image, and again, listing image, go search for the property, pull it up, and then you can put in the listing from that side as well. So we're going to get those 3 photos edited, and again, you can kind of choose any of the photos that you want to replace them with. Click on done once you have that new photo chosen, and then you'll see you've got information here. These are both text boxes that you can easily edit. One more time, I'm going to click on the preview just to make sure that everything now looks good. I've got the address, I've got the photo, I've got my text boxes, the information about the home, some additional photos and information, and then all of the rest of this info is being pulled in from my marketing profile. So that is a simple and easy way. If I want to see what it looks like on a tablet, I can click there, see what that looks like on tablet. I can even see what it's going to look like on a mobile device as well. So instead of being left to right, it's just top to bottom. And once I'm done with the preview and I'm happy with this setup, you can see it's now saved to design. So I might want to come in and change the name of this file, right, by clicking on it. And let's, just so that I can stand out, so I know which one it is, let's do just listed email template. And at the very beginning there, I'm going to put 2607 Morgan Fair. So that way it stands out in my designs. We're going to save it. We're going to then save and exit. And now you can see inside my design library, I now have this email template. We're going to get into campaigns very soon. And inside of campaigns, I will show you how you can actually send out the postcard that we created, how you can post that social post or the social ad, and how you can run email campaigns through the campaign applet. So that's to come soon. That's it for tonight. Hope everyone's having a great day. And as always, I look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you, Marty. Tomorrow, we're going to be on day 49 and talk about organizing your design assets into folders. So join us then. We'll see you next time. Bye, Tony, Silva, Alex, Cal. All right, bye-bye.
Dennis, take care. Bye, Silva.